Every weekend, I look forward to getting out there. It's a freedom like no other. It's part of who I am. If you ride, you know what I mean. That's why I insure with Shannon's. They get it. They share our passion and give us the features riders want, like limited use cover and multi-vehicle discounts. Shannon's insure all types of road bikes, not just classics. Whatever you ride, ride with Shannon's.
Call 13 46 46 for a quote.
Rare Spares has over 50,000 product lines and releases over 500 new products every year. Your local Rare Spares distributor has what you need when you need it. And as the only restoration company officially backed by Holden and Ford, we take our part in your project very seriously. Rare Spares, more than just a part in your project.
But it is a really nice move Blake Delaney had to move out of the way.
Good evening, sim racing fans, and welcome to your Sunday night broadcast here on SRW TV. Tonight we bring to you the simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm series. This is season 3 of 2023, and this is round 2, brought to you by Warren and Brown Tools here at Interlagos GP. Tonight it is myself, Nathan ShiBBy Howard, and of course the man, the myth, the owner of SRW TV, Mr. Stephen Sinkovic. Good evening, sir. Indeed, we haven't. The stream can't hear you as of yet, and that is on my end. But Steve said good evening to all the lovely viewers out there, and what a cracking night we have ahead of us. 1 second, mate. And no, 1 second. Now they can hear you.
Awesome. Well, I've been sitting here watching the practice session, and the boys have been battling it out like crazy. Warboy, Gamble, Matty Jones have just been swapping times every couple of minutes. It's going to be an epic fight, mate. I guarantee you that. Super Sprint on this sort of track was killer at Tuesday night with the Pro-Ams. Not for its lack of action and not for its lack of incidents. And the kicker at the end of the night was it was actually coming into dusk, and it was fantastic to drive.
Yeah, these Super Sprint series have definitely really been absolute crowd pleaser. Not in only the GR86 series, that is a Super Sprint series all round, but it does look like the AMs, the simrings.com V8 Supercars AM series on Tuesday night had an absolute cracker with a Super Sprint series. 3 races, 20-minute long each, no pit stops, unless, of course, damage, anything like that, but just flat-out racing each race, and it has been absolutely phenomenal to watch.
Phenomenal to watch, phenomenal to drive. The boys are absolutely loving it. I think the structure of the tracks and everything we've done this season, they've really got the boys a bit fired up and getting really hungry for some wins. G'day J-Mac on YouTube. Nice to have you wave your hands at us, mate. Be good to hear some chat out there, people.
Yeah, the old buffering, hand pink waving buffering. I love that I don't see the emojis, just exactly what it's written. It always makes for a good laugh.
It is, mate. It's awesome. Mate, we're at 747 subscribers.
Congratulations, ladies and gentlemen. That is all because of you. We're at 747 subscribers and still growing ever so rapidly every week. So huge shout out to, of course, all our viewers that join us for each and every broadcast here on SRW TV. And, of course, huge shout out to all our drivers that turn up every week and put on this phenomenal show for us. And at the moment, we are sitting at 25 registered drivers here on track tonight for the Pro-Am, with the chance of a couple of late entries coming across from Scops, of course, tonight. So I dare say we are in for one heck of a show here.
We are, and I'm waiting in bated breath, watching these boys go around, listening to them on my ride here, the cars and the engines roaring away on this track. As you can hear that little sound moment come around this corner here, which is pretty good. It's good. You can give that, you really can give a bit of lift to the setup you've got. This is a really cool passing point here. Under brakes on here into this corner is a killer little spot, and then you come up to the these are the centre further on down the path. The names are a bit hard to pronounce for the names of these corners, so I'm not even going to try to attempt them. But killer pace.
Oh, mate, all these guys are quick. Whether they're in the pros or the AMs, all these guys out here race like they should be supercar drivers in real life. They are all extremely talented. And so far, we are only one round in. This is the second round, but mate, they have been driving phenomenally.
Oh, look. And you can see it in the times, just in the Scotty Gamble sitting there on 132.131, and the slowest time at the moment is a 135.8. So it's 2 and a bit seconds, but not a hell of a lot. It's like, oh man, yeah, boys are really improving.
Yeah, definitely. The battles are from the P1 all the way down to P25, 26, 30, 34. Well, there's just battles non-stop. It just cannot be stopped. Very hard to keep on track of everything. We're going to do our best, as always, to make sure we bring you all the live action of your simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm series. I just looked up the names of the corners for this track. I am not even going to try and pronounce any of them except the center S's. That's probably the only one that I could pronounce. It all is not in English, so...
No, this is true. And I'll just give you a hot tip that... I don't believe we are interviewing a podium interviewer at this moment.
Sorry, I need to change that hotkey. Oh gosh, it's my P button. So when I type something with a P, it's like, hey, podium interviews. No, ShiBBy, fix that already.
Yeah, no, it's all good, mate. It looks good. Stream looks good. ShiBBy, you've done a lot of good work in the off-season. We've got everything looking pretty much spot on. A few little tweaks we've got to do during some of the other broadcasts, but we're getting there to the pinnacle, and look out for some really hot news. So everyone knows that we've signed Rare Spares and Shannon's Insurance as part of our community. It looks like we could be going even broader with a Channel 31. We will definitely be showing the shows on YouTube now, so they'll be releasing the first one this week, and there could be some live action coming up, and there could be some more of our series going on as a full race replay. So watch this space. We're working on it as we speak.
Yeah, thanks to Channel 31 and all their support and also help to get our broadcast and your teams and sponsors here out on the Real World TV. So thanks again, Channel 31. Also a huge shout out, of course, simrigs.com for coming on for both our Supercars series as they head into the racecraft qualifying session right now. The lads are already flown out. They beat me to it. Couldn't get the camera to the pits quick enough. Everybody is sort of already zooming out. Here they all come. Matty Jones for Performance Sim Racing. Just re-signed with PSR, actually leading the field out onto the racecraft qualifying session here tonight for round 2.
Just got a message from Mr. Jamie Dyke. He will not be attending. The champion from season 2 is working. This man works like a madman, but gotta get what you gotta do. Life comes first.
It sure does, mate. You got to look after yourself and your family, and if you got to put down a hobby or something you enjoy, sometimes it has to be done for a little bit of time. But I dare say when he comes back, he will be ready and raring to go, because yes, he is the 3-time champion, isn't he?
3-time in SRW, 1 in FRL, so he's spread himself all over the place. He's been doing really well.
He's an absolute machine, still racing on a 27-inch motor. Don't know how he does it. Absolute machine.
No idea. Times are going crazy. Harry Dodgers just hit 3 purple sections in that. Qualifying is 1 minute and 48 in. So
that was just their warm-up. That was just their outlap.
Yeah. Oh, was that outlap?
Yeah, these are just outlaps, and they're already pushing hard on cold tyres. So I suppose Interlagos being quite a well-known track and quite popular with the V8 supercars as well, a lot of these guys are going to be really comfortable around this track. So I dare say we probably are going to see some really, really quick times tonight.
Well, in practice, the times that Matty got 132 is pretty damn fast. I'd say probably wins just for now. With, how many cars we got on the track there? There's 29 cars on the track as we speak. Yep, 27 to be accurate on the track at the moment. And Scott is on tonight, like we said, so that we're probably going to miss a couple tonight. But on a track this size, that is ample traffic. That's going to be a big battle anyway.
Sure is, mate. We've already discussed this multiple times, and I can't say it enough. The Pro-Am series is just becoming such a great watch because there's just battles from start to finish. You can't separate the drivers.
It's crazy. The times they're getting is just so close to each other, and it's baffling. It really is. But if you look at Tuesday night, same thing. It is such a close field, and the boys are all battling all over the shop.
Times are flying through.
1:32.6.
He calls it quits, pulls over real quick, really nice time. Is he going to go?
Is that like, here's my raw flush? What do you got?
Yeah, so it looks like a lot of the guys are doing a warm-up lap and then a hot lap and then quickly jumping to the pits and running another one. I've never fully understood why they do that, but you might have some more insight on that, Steve. A lot of the quick guys get out there, quick warm-up lap, one banger, jump to pits, go again.
It's got to do their tyres, mate. This track has got a high deck, I've been told. Not that I'll be able to tell you by experience, because I'm pretty much crap. But yeah, it's got a high deck because of the corner, so it's the outside left, from my understanding, that goes. And they probably just come in with a bit of heat. The temperature isn't that hot. What's the temperature at the moment?
It is
23?
Yeah, 23 degrees.
So they're probably coming in there to tyres for the second lap on a perfect feed. And then after that, because their forks are so hard, it probably isn't as good. And they just come back in, get them out there, get them warmed up again, and boom.
Boom, hit another hot one. So yeah, Blake Warboy with 1:32.236 at the moment, holding provisional pole. Also, nearly the quickest time, top speed, 272, outdone by Jason Douglas with a 274. But if you have a look at these times, ladies and gentlemen, with a 132, and then look at the spread of 33s, they are all right on top of each other, and even through into the 34s, everybody is just right on the back of each other.
That was a close race. And it's got a few really good parking spots on this track, but when there's a lot of traffic there, it's really hard to take advantage of them. Because if you take that risk and don't make it, you could lose a lot of spots real quick. Well,
definitely. If you have a look coming around the final corner here, there is a huge line of cars coming through. So still a lot of fight for track position here in the qualifying session. Mr. Dyke has actually just dropped into the chat. How you doing, Jamie? Hope you're doing well, mate. Not working too hard. He also said, don't forget the CSL pedals. But, mate, I'll tell you what, when you upgrade, I've got someone who wants those pedals.
hang on, is he getting your CSL pedals or you're getting his?
I don't have CSL pedals, I got Logitech pedals.
Oh, maybe he's talking to me. I've got some CSL pedals sitting here.
Oh, doesn't Jamie have CSLs? I'm sure he does, that's what he's saying, because he's talking about his 27-inch monitor and he's, yeah.
Alright, viewers, tell me out there, when is it too young for my boy to be on the rig? I've got some CSL pedals here. I'm going to get him a steering wheel, I'm going to get him a go-kart set it up on the screen so we can have his own little rig. And I reckon 3.5, 4 years old enough.
Oh, Sam trying to get around the PSR car nearly on the grass. As soon as he can reach the pedals, mate, he is good to go.
This pit entrance, if it's not done right, if you don't keep that speed up, oh boy, it's going to be a tight one. You know, because that's right on the racing line. Yeah. Who needs an upgrade? I'm doing fine. I understand that, Tony. I really do. I don't know how you're doing it, but you're doing it. They're bloody freaks of nature.
Oh, War Boys. Well, I thought we were going to go on board there with War Boys, but he has pulled in. I wanted to get a hot lap around this track with one of our drivers. And that driver is actually, if they stay on track, is going to be Benjamin Brook. A new driver to the series as he comes across the line now. We are going to take the opportunity to jump on board with the Warren and Brown cockpit cam and just see what they're seeing from their view. Quickly get rid of all this data here. We can just sit on board for a quick session. If anything changes, and we'll keep you. Oh, and he's going to go off as well. Can someone please do a lap for me?
That was a bit of nerves out there, maybe.
Maybe maybe he knew he was on camera. All right,
Dylan Bono's on a really good lap at the moment. He's got himself 2 orange, 2 greens. So he's looking at he's got 32.19 best lap at the moment. Where is he sitting at the moment? 34.
18th.
Yeah, sitting at 18. Oh, did he pull over?
He did pull over. I can't. Oh, we can't get a full lap.
There.
Can someone give us a full lap, please? Car 88, Aaron Schotter. All right, thanks, Warren and Brown, to the cockpit cam. Let's see if we can get a full lap here as the times are sort of balanced out. Blake Warboys has done even better with a 132.190. Scott Gamble and Matty Jones. Harry Dodds all in the 32s now. Very quick times getting put down. See the field now down the bottom with our timing. Everybody's on oranges, so the times are sort of starting to pan out. Oh my gosh, can someone please do a lap? We are not having any luck. Anyway, no more cockpit cams, too bad. On board now with Alexander. We'll just run some laps. It's got a game.
I was just trying to see who's in the other room to see if we can finally someone to do a lap.
Jamie, can you jump in and just come do one quick lap for us so we can get a track? All right, Travis Daly for PSR coming over the line now. Let's see if we can get a full lap.
Yes, Daly, your boss would like you to complete a full lap so you get full exposure of your team.
Travis Daly. Yeah, Performance Sim Racing. He is an AM driver here tonight. Really consistent AM driver though, always in the battles. Great to watch him drive. Let's see what they experience as they hit this track. Greggy Barber, our race control tonight. Huge shout out to Greg and both Tyson McAvoy for being our race control this evening. He's just jumped into chat and said he'd offer one in the safety car, but I'd probably crash. And you know I'd get it on the broadcast, mate. You know I would.
And you know I'd make you do a slow race.
Yep, it happened. It happened last week. Very tight corners here through the S's. Take it very gently. Take it very gently on the accelerator in these V8s. Very tight corners through here as well. Hear how much they've got to feather that pedal just to keep that car straight.
Real high crash point just there. That corner was just off. Mine heading that turns right to go downhill. It's one of those corners where you've got to take a little too much pace. Skins up. We had more than a number of situations on Tuesday night on that spot. And also redshirt firms trying to get a really wide berth like this. By the time you get to the end here, how many was it on Tuesday night? Like 4 wide?
Yeah, it was getting pretty crazy.
And it just gets narrower, 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 and then all of a sudden it just opens up wide again.
Thank you so much, Travis Daly, for getting a full lap down out there. Performance Sim Racing. Shane Newman, I think he's had to slow down. He was on 3 personal best sectors, so it does look like he might have had a bit of an off there. His lap won't be counted.
As well, one of the new boys around, driving a Holden Commodore.
Boo.
Those of you who don't know what that is, look up the history books.
The old ZB Commodore, the last of its existence, before they let Hyundai build the new, what they called Commodores, that were front-wheel drive. Good job, marketing teams. The Bono, What's he looking? He's on personal best. Is DeBono going to improve?
2.5 minutes left.
Michael Angus is coming through. He's looking pretty good. I just thought we'd get to some of these times. So there's a couple of guys on some good ones. Angus will improve one position there. We'll go up into P7. Jerry Sanfuentes as well coming round. It was on a good lap. We'll jump straight up to P9 from 18th then. Really good climb there. Look at all these 33s and 34s. This field is going to be on top of each other. Nah, that's his old time, yep. Shane Newens now. 5 personal bests. Come across the line. Nothing. Could have been an out lap. Not that I can see that, but...
He's really throwing that around. A little bit too much.
Oh, we've had a few. Okay, Scotty Rattler is now in as well. Kai Turner is also now in the session. Haven't gone out for any qualifying laps though. Interesting to see, but so far Blake Warboys is your provisional P1 here in your racecraft qualifying session. Scott Gamble is...
Watching the lights at us.
that was one of the... It was Miles Burgess from Crisscross Racing.
Okay, looks like my SDK is playing up.
I just saw a Crisscross car. It could have been him or Callan, but I don't see Callan out there tonight, so... Yes. We are coming to the end of the racecraft qualifying session. And again, I thank you all for joining us here on a Sunday night for the Simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm series. The racing has really taken a step up over the last couple of seasons. Multiple drivers returning every season, and the word is getting out there, and more new drivers are turning up and putting on one heck of a show.
During the week, every night is a big show. I think the battles all week this week have been sensational.
Oh my God, please everybody go watch the GR86 at Bathurst. That was phenomenal.
Yeah, I watched that today. I even made my boy watch it. He goes, "Daddy, I don't want to watch your stuff anymore. It's rubbish."
Hey, I produced that. Can you wash his mouth out with soap?
I can wash his mouth
Yeah.
out with soap. So it's just on the ladder. You've still got Shannon's on there, mate. In first place is Blake Warboy from WKMP. Second place, Scotty Gamble. Third is Matty Jones. Fourth, Harry Dodds. Fifth, Miles Burgess. Sixth, Sam Noble. Seventh, ShiBBy, finally. In seventh place, it's very unusual for us to see, Michael Angus. Troy Dooley. Ninth, Andrew Cowan. 10th, Gerard Cifuentes. Ty Delaney in 11th, and Chris Funky Miller 12th, followed by Alexander Gonotes, Jason Douglas, Zachary Vlasbom, Aram Shotter, E. Hayden, Daniel Frick, David Coleman, Dylan DeBono, Travis Daly, Patrick Frame, Dylan Little, and Benjamin Brook. And there's more to go. There's a, where are they? Kai Turner, Scott Rattler, and Shane Newens. Our drivers in our RC room tonight are Tyson McAvoy and Greg Barber. Here we go, mate.
Yep, well, I'm frantically trying to fix the Shannon's image.
Yeah.
Let's
get rid of the timing tower. 30 seconds to go. Bated breath. Get the lights flashing. Viewers, hope you enjoy this. This first corner is an absolute stonker. Be a bit of nerves going on there. Big field. Someone's giving us a bit of a rev.
They're getting set, ready for Heat 1 here tonight of your V8 Supercars, thanks to Simrigs.com Pro-Am Series, and we are off and racing. Looks to be a clean start so far from the pack. A lot of movement across the field already. Down into turn one. Let's see how clean these boys can keep it. 3 wide in most sections there through the field.
Nice clean start for the boys. Nice clean start.
Oh, it's Cowie.
What a Tyson's boys.
It was unfortunately Cowie there. Not what we want to see.
Battle's going on left, right, and centre. Cars coming up in the early end. That corner on
Oh, Dodds. Was that Dodds? It is. It's Dodds and Burgess have just come together as well. Dodds back onto track straight into Delaney. Big incident.
He's just slid out of control there by the look of it. When you're on that grass, it's like ice. All the boys out front, all the boys still taking the lead, followed by his teammate Gamble and Matty Jones, who is now racing for Precision Sim Racing. He's joined Tyson's team. No more with Precision Performance Shop. That is off this week. Tyson will be happy to see his number one driver out front. Sam Noble in 4th place is in there. You can see the gap already extending. Those 5/10s that we saw in qualifying, that's what we see, that gap straight away.
A lot of action already for this first lap. Go Jace, it's only a hold and wring its neck. Young fella, thanks for dropping in again, Ray. Always appreciate seeing the support for you young fella out there, mate. As we keep an eye on this battle pack between Angus Dooley, Funky and Vlasbomb, all on top of each other here, which is also going to bring Jerry Sanfuentes up into this battle. These boys aren't messing around. You can see Dooley right now on the back of Angus. Doesn't look like it.
Too far apart.
Sit on the bonnet of Mr. Funky. He's watching these two ahead. There's a battle back behind as well. Coleman is on the rear of Jason Douglas. An eye, I was going to say keep an eye on that timing tower, but you can't
He's
see.
hit on there, Coleman. He's kept it. They've both given each other space. Good driving. Not quite enough to make it stick though. Good driving there, Montes.
Look who else. We got DeBono in the Velocity Sim Sport. ZB Commodore as well with Miles Burgess, who unfortunately did come off track with a little bit of contact. Does have a lot of damage on his left-hand side. Maybe holding him back.
Bit of traction loss with that previous corner by DeBono, but he recovered quite well. Burgess nearly had him, but he got traction back. Someone's doing a bit of a twist session down the back there. Looks like the Super Sports car. There's 2 of them driving with Cowie on the side of their car. Yes, I can't tell.
That's Travis. So Cowie is purple. That was Travis Daly in the blue. It's a way to tell them apart. Purple is Cowie, Daly is the blue. Like,
They did a different colour blue.
maybe you need to get your eyes checked. Go to Specsavers, mate.
I'm
Go
wearing
to
glasses.
Specsavers.
They're all good. They never be sponsored for glasses.
That's true. So far, biggest movers, David Coleman and Dylan DeBono, both up 8 spots. So really good start for both of them.
Those guys following each other, Coleman, Bono and Burgess. Burgess is 8 now.
Yeah, so Burgess had a spin off initial. He's actually battling it out with DeBono at the moment. We'll try and go around the outside. We'll have to tuck it in to keep it really nice and tight to get a good run out of this corner now. Still tailing DeBono. I wonder how much that damage is actually affecting him.
There's a few incidents that the master of this corner so the boys in the front. It's been pretty clean, mate. Compared to Tuesday night, mate. It's been pretty clean. A lot of laughing picked up this big corner and this straight coming through.
We got Dooley here. Yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6 cars pulling into a corner nice and tight. And
I think there's more than 6, mate. There's more than 6 there.
I was running out of fingers. I've got to curl my
Need a calculator, buddy. Need a calculator.
1:32.895 so far, the fastest lap. That's by the way, boy.
You're hanging off the back of Michael Angus's wing for Fishy Motorsports, looking back at Dooley and Funky. Dooley is in a bit of a fishy sandwich at the moment, probably not a place he wants to be for too long. Burgess is still going, De Bono as well. We've also got Little going at Fritz. A few different battles across the field. Little is actually around, so he has just dropped a few positions.
Very tight with the time tower and everything is fine. You know, I think there were a couple of little exceptions here and there. Train.
Greg, you said you can't hear Synchro and comms. What do you mean? It's definitely coming through on my end, mate.
Yeah, everyone else can hear me okay, hopefully. Not that it's a bad thing.
Oh gosh, you've got Burgess on the back of De Bono still hounding him, absolutely hounding. Gonna go side by side down towards, De Bono is gonna brake. So I saw De Bono get on the brakes then.
In front of him as well, hopefully gets out of the way.
Oh.
Burgess has to go wide on the grass, and he's lost that position due to that spinner. That was the Fuentes that lost all that 7 places, just boom, gone.
Sure was.
That corner down the bottom of the S is just crucial for your passing down the main straight. It's left-hander up the hill, so you're slowing down. You know, that left-hander coming up. You've got to get that big catch coming on that corner, so you can get it all the way up the straight. It's really quiet on the broadcast.
Yeah, it's odd because I haven't changed anything, but I'm going to adjust it now. Let's see if...
So the boys in the back are still backing on all over the place. We've still got 9 places up the Bono and Colin. I think a lot of that's been coached by some of these boys behind them spinning as well.
Alright, I'm pumping up Sinker's volume. Hopefully that helps, but nothing has changed since last broadcast. But thanks for letting us know, guys. Really do appreciate that so we can get that fixed straight away.
Yeah, we do appreciate it, guys.
Let me know if that's any better, if he's too loud, because I can always readjust.
I love Greg's message on here. For the love of God, please turn Steve's level up. Classic. I love you, boys.
Winner, winner, we're good. Good to go. Sweet.
Yeah.
Problem solved.
Yeah, good. Thank you, Jeds. Thank you.
Yeah, you're too loud in my ears.
This pack at the front has just basically been waiting. Jonesy's sitting on 0.2 on the back of Gamble. Oh, here we go. Is Burgess going to make a pass on De Bono? He does, but does he make it stick? He's gone wide. He's lost traction on that corner coming out in the over-under. Oh, that contact, lads. Give him some space.
We definitely missed some good battles here while I was trying to fix that sound up. Burgess and De Bono have been swapping positions backwards and forwards.
Yeah. Well, Tyson, just to let you know, I was pumping up your team while you couldn't hear me, so suck on that one.
Although you called it precision sim racing and it's performance sim racing.
Yeah.
Aaron Schotter, Travis Daly, Alexander Ganotis, all in a 3-way battle here too. 2 Valkyrie esports cars in a sandwiching in the performance sim racing car of Travis Daly.
I do like the name Valkyrie. That's a pretty cool name. If you're into all your DC comics and stuff like that, you'll know what they are. But nice little liveries too. Go Travis. Is he going to make it stick down this corner? Broke it a bit later. Is he going to get it past him?
It's going to be hard to get
his nose in. He's got to get his nose in more. Oh,
a little bit of a bump.
A little bit. Oh, he's made a stick.
Looks like Jerry's had an off-track race. We can get a replay of that soon once this battle between the Valkyrie Esports and the Performance Sim racing driver.
Close place drivers. It's very good fighting, isn't it, when it's just so close. Young Jason Douglas is still making his way through. He's up 5 places. In front of him, Zachary Vlasbom, 7 places. So we're looking really good. Coleman is up to 9th again. He's got this pack in front of him, which is not going to be an easy pack to fight to get through. And we've just passed the halfway mark too, boys.
War Boys is still leading this pack. Scotty Gamble hot on his tail. There's a bit of a gap though between Jones and Gamble there.
Ooh, all 3 of those boys really
right
wide
on top of
onto
each
that,
other.
but also went really wide onto the grass. Oh, here we go. 3 down. Who's going to make it stick?
It's Coleman on the left. That's
Coleman, Vlasbom,
Douglas there.
Coleman's got a bit of pace on these boys, but he just can't get himself a clean spot. Well done by...
Oh, no.
He just got back in time, didn't he? A little bit further down that track then, it was just nothing but grass. He was good to get back when he did.
Oh, he's looking for the nose down the inside there again. We'll keep it out to the left. See if he can get a better run out of here. Coleman is hot on their tail as well, though. I'm sure Coleman is going to want a position here. Look how close he is to the back of Douglas's car, and again how close Douglas is to Vlasbom. And look right ahead for those 3 as well, just in front of them. They are catching the battle pack as well. This is going to be a 6-way battle soon.
And this corner here is the mongrel that causes all the incidents. Oh, Coleman's good through there. He's got good pace through there. He lost out, actually. Let's see who gets the best pick up out of this corner and gets the traction down quicker. Oh, he's had a bit of a skip out. That's going to cost him up the hill.
Douglas had a bit of a slide.
Up the hill, yeah. That's just opened the door for Coleman on the inside. Yeah, Coleman's
going to get that.
Yeah, he'll have it.
Going to have to try and hold it though here down into turn 1 now. They're still going to be side by side. Douglas is not going to let up. Both braking at a very similar braking point there.
Beautiful racing by both drivers. Excellent racing. Good fighting. So just a fraction of a little slip up then just cost young Douglas that position. But you know what? It's not over. Times are that close between these boys that Jason's going to be there to fight and just keep the pressure on Coleman. But Coleman is killing it. He's up what? 10 places. That's so far. He's a killer drive.
Yep, I was going to say he's our biggest mover, but he's not tonight. At the moment, Shane Newlands is the biggest mover, up 11 positions. Biggest shaker is unfortunately Harry Dodds with that spin at the beginning. But it looks like Coleman is now on the back of Vlasbom, wanting to get his way through. That's kept Douglas on the back. Coleman is going to squeeze down the inside of Vlasbom. There's going to be a little bit of an overlap, a little bit of a touch there.
Oh, he's left them. Oh, that was close. His car's very unsettled through those S's just then. Vlasbom from that. And Jason's taken full advantage of it. Let's see if he'll make it stick all the way through. He's got the inside line on his corner, which he should be able to keep all the way through to the S's. Well done. Look at the pace that Coleman had, how much he was being held up.
This is going to leave that battle all up to Vlasbom and Jason. 2 AM drivers battling it out. These guys are so...
in their own little world, aren't they?
Yeah, they're the stars of this first heat tonight, that's for sure. I think that slight incident in the beginning sort of split a lot of the field up. And then we got a couple of battle packs, but Warboys, Gamble and Jones are all just racing in a line. I think Matty Jones trying to take on both the WKMP Sim Sport guys. could be a little tough, and he's just sort of riding behind them because a P3 is still a great finish. Be interested to see what Matty does, because we know he's not slow. Just to see if he maybe puts the pressure on in the last couple of minutes, maybe the last 1 or 2 laps, really puts the pressure on the WKMP boys. See if he can make a move on them.
Matty's pace in the practices are in 32s. He's sitting at the 33s.
There's been an incident between Vlasbom and I think Douglas. Yes, Douglas fell down the field as well. I think he's actually giving a readdress. Yeah, it does exactly look like that. Douglas instantly slowed down as Vlasbom spun and has readdressed, and they're back into the battle. We'll get a quick replay, and Newlands is off the track. So what has happened here? On board with Vlasbom here for this replay.
Oh, that was netcode.
That did look like netcode, but Douglas did think it was his fault. Had readdressed. That was a beautiful 360. Really dangerous spot to do that. But Douglas does believe that was his fault and has readdressed.
Great sportsmanship by Douglas there. Take my hat off to the young fella. That was really well done. Whether it was netcode or not, and from here it looked like it, he must have seen a 0x on his dash. But good on him for doing that, mate.
So that is actually then now stuck tied to Laney, junior fish. Delaney Jr. in between Douglas and Vlasbom. So this is going to be a really interesting battle now between these three.
Yeah, it's given DeBono a bit of breathing space as well. So Bono is now just sitting on the back of Burgess. So he's got a bit of breathing space. He hasn't got these boys back here. They're like 3.5 seconds behind him now. So it's giving him a bit of breathing space with 3 minutes left in the session. And Coleman is already on the back of Miller, fighting for 7th place. So he's done an exceptional drive in his first heat. OI8U2, not sure what your name is, mate. The AM and Pro will be fully locked and loaded after round 3. So the first 3 rounds sort of gives us an idea of where to gauge our drivers, and then Pro and AM get added. I know that some of these guys are AM drivers just from last season. But that will be added very soon. There is a pit lane start for car 18, contact lap 10. So that is looking at my timing. That is actually Jason Douglas will be getting a pit lane start. So the boy...
Was that the incident? It was, yeah, that was the incident with Zachary Vlasbom. Has
yes, it was,
yeah. A pit lane start. That is what race control have called.
Yep.
Douglas here.
If a driver is deemed to lose more than a couple of spots, even if it was readdressed, a penalty is given. If there's no spots lost and it's readdressed, then no penalty is usually given. So that's in the rule book. And it's unfortunate. Obviously, a couple of cars passed through there while the incident happened, but Jace did the right thing and tried to readdress it, but probably what he didn't know is in the rules that if the driver misses a couple of positions, that he'll still get it, which is unfortunate. I think we had someone do that first round as well. I think it might have been Blake Delaney that did the same thing.
All right, the WKP SimSport boys have pushed a massive gap out to Matty Jones. And this is white flag. This is the last lap about heat 1. And they have absolutely just rocketed away from Matty Jones now. A 1.5 second gap from Gamble to Jones. Dooley and Coleman side by side. Dooley in a fishy motorsports sandwich. Coleman right on the back of him, up 11 spots now. Dooley, another one of our AM drivers, really solid competitor though. Will not make this easy for the boys.
Yeah, he's doing some very clean driving by for those guys there. I really like it. Troy's giving him space there. Unfortunately, probably a little bit too much space. But Dave did outbrake him there. He had better control through that corner. You can see because Dave's pace took him out wide in that following corner, whereas Troy pace he had coming through that corner wasn't that much. He was like 2 car lengths, nearly in the middle of the track. Jason in the back of
Ty Delaney, yeah, and Blasbom still. Yeah, I'm just keeping an eye on the track map. This battle is going to go to the end. We can always grab a quick replay. But at the moment, Blake Warboys for WK&P SimSport is coming round the last corner now. And Blake Warboys will be your Heat 1 winner, followed by his teammate Scott Gamble in P2. And Matty Jones from Performance Sim Racing will take out P3 here for Heat 1. The rest of the field is starting to come through. We will jump back to Douglas, Delaney, Vlasbom. Oh, Vlasbom into the grass. That could have been extremely dangerous then.
Very close.
Does look like Vlasbom will take it. Delaney trying to get the nose at the end there. Great drive from all of them.
Some epic driving out there. Some really good stuff out there. Dave Coleman up 12 places, mate. And Dylan DeBono up 10 places. Epic drives there. Daly himself as well up 7. That's pretty good for a damn amateur, man.
It sure is. We saw it last season. Ty Delaney finished 3rd overall in the overall championship. An AM driver. Solid driving from him last season.
Don't leave your seats because the swap over for this heat is very quick. It's like 2 minutes.
Yep, reverse top 10.
Reverse top 10. So our first pole position driver for this second heat will be Dylan DeBono. On the front of the grid with him will be Miles Burgess. Second row will be Dooley with Coleman. Third row, Miller with Angus. Fourth row... Oh, it's already switched. Here we go, ladies and gents. Your top 10 is followed with pole position. At this point is Dylan DeBono. Second, Miles Burgess. Third, Troy Dooley. Fourth, David Coleman. Fifth, Chris Funky Miller. Michael Angus. 2 fishy boys in 1 row. Sam Noble for 9-5, followed by Matty Jones in 8th. Scotty Gamble from WKMP with his teammate Blake Warboy in 10th. The rest of the grid is as they finished. Zachary Vlasbom, Ty Delaney, Jason Douglas, Travis Daly, Aaron Schotter, Ellis Ganotes, Gerard Cifuentes, Andrew Cohen, Shane Newlands, Harry Dodds, Daniel Fritz, Dylan Little, Patrick Frame and Ed Hayden. Few more to go. We've got Benjamin Brooks and Kai Turner and Scott Rattler. I don't think Scott participated in that, did he?
No, him and Kai both registered for the session, but it doesn't look like they made it, but no time for that now as we get ready to go live for Heat 2 here tonight. We are ready, set, go, and we are green. And they
Someone
are
bogged down there.
really clean start. They're still trying to go 3 wide off the start, 2 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide all the way through there. Keep it clean, boys. Cold tyres.
Oh, Dylan DeBono is streaked ahead with 1 second gap already.
Oh, the 9.5 Sim is in the wall. That was huge damage. Sam Noble into the wall, managed to get his car back on his wheels and back onto the track. There was a few incidents in the rear as well, seeing Ed Hayden drop positions. Jason Douglas dropped 10 positions. Sam Noble dropped 15 positions. Something has happened in the background. As we stay on board with Warboys right now.
You got DeBono and Coleman. DeBono is just under a second away on Coleman. Coleman's hunting him down already.
Jump on the nose cam of Delaney. Aaron Schotter is off track now. He's falling through the field as well. Has just dropped down to P22, down 7 spots. Sam Noble not in a good spot, down 14 spots now. We will get a replay of what happened there.
Funky Miller is doing the same thing he did at Le Mans, where he held up the team, the guys behind him, and DeBono, Dooley and Coleman are getting a 2-second gap on him. So Miller has got the second pack there. These boys are pulling 139s, and Miller onwards are 2 seconds slower.
Oh, timing down. What's happened? Oh, there's been a huge incident. Multiple cars off track. Multiple cars off track.
1, 2, 3. You got Delaney. You've got Angus by the look of it. You've got
Boys.
Gamble.
And Dodds.
And you've got Dodds. Whoa.
Surprised us. What's happened there? We will have to get a couple of replays.
Coleman. Hang on. No, it's fine. My SDK's playing up people, but Coleman and Dillon are having a bit of a tussle here. The at 1 second it looked like Coleman just about passed him just before he flipped the cameras over. But these boys are 2 seconds ahead. The gap 2.4 seconds ahead of the pack behind them. Looks like Julie is slowly starting to drop off. Yeah, this is the kind of race where DeBona can you know, hustle and bustle his way through. He's got the skills to keep Dave behind him. I think Dave's going to be a bit faster than him, but it's just going to be a matter of is Dave going to be able to get a clean pass through, because DeBona is not going to be a pushover.
Looks like he's going to try it now, while we see Burgess also in the background trying to get around Funky. He actually has got the move done, while Coleman gets the move done so far on DeBona. Funky's jumped Burgess there, battling left and right. Burgess held the lead. Funky had got right up the inside of him then. Sanfuentes also in a battle. He's got his teammates with him. Daly, Sanfuentes and Cowan all racing together at this moment.
Yeah. Where's Warboy gone? Warboy's all the way down in 10th, so he was one of the ones that did the spin. Gamble.
Fritz going on the outside, showing the nose to Vlasbom there, just letting him know he's still here. Jason Douglas just behind them. Benjamin Brook up 9 spots as well, chasing the back of Douglas.
It's good to see Fritzy participating and getting stuck in there. And he's putting in a lot better drive than he had at Bella. He's really disappointed himself.
Douglas down the inside, really clean move. Is Fritz going to have the power out of that corner to stay on the back of Douglas now, though? He's going to want to stay there. Really clean move there from Douglas again, though. Great show of driving from the young driver here tonight.
His teammate going for it.
I'm sure these three are going to probably want to work together. But I know how much these guys love driving against each other as well as with each other. Cowie overshot it, heavy on the brakes.
Man, that was close.
Nearly speared his teammate.
Nearly? That's one of my moves, isn't it?
Yeah, yep, I've seen you do that to teammates.
I have. I did it to Scotty Rankin in the Radicals.
In the Radicals, yep. You speared him real good. Yep. Matt Jones here up 1 spot with Scotty Gamble in P2 in the first race, both on top of each other here. Jason Douglas now on the back of Vlasbom as well. Jason Douglas making moves again. Oh, bit of a bump there between the two again.
He caught him unaware there, and I don't think Zach realised he was there. That was a great little move by Douglas.
Great battling for both these drivers. Zachary Vlasbom for Alpha Venturi Racing. On the podium many times last season. Dylan Little, Ty Delaney. I think Ty Delaney might have just gone off track then. Dylan Little's just gone off track and allowed Delaney to get around them. We are going to quickly jump backwards and see what's happened with the Sam Noble crash, and then check out what else has happened. Oh, so there's actually been it's in front.
Oh.
So it looks like there was contact in front. It looks like it's Burgess, and who's in? It's Funky. Burgess and Funky, a little bit of pushing and shoving, gone around. Noble's got on the brakes, locked his car. That's Warboy's come up the inside, bumped him, and that's just sent Noble spearing into that wall. And he was lucky to land on his wheels.
Yeah. Ray Douglas, Jason's learnt through go-karting to readdress when he's done the wrong thing. Keep marching forward, boy. Yeah, definitely. Look, it's one of those things. It's what I would do as well. I would have done exactly the same thing as Jason, readdressed it, and hope that it worked itself out. Well, I don't know about that move there. Zach was giving him a fair bit of love through that corner.
It did look that way. It did look like he was sitting right on his bumper then.
Yeah, it looked like he unsettled his car, then Jace had to go wide. So, I don't know. I wonder if Jake's going to call that one in.
He does. We will find out by our great messages that our race control sent through the broadcast for us. I also let's go back and have a quick look at, because this was the big incident where there was 4 cars around. See if we can get any more of an idea of what's happened. Berger's down the inside again. The 543 car being involved.
Looks like who's that's on the sideways, Michael? It looks like Angus turned down on him on that one.
Little bit of a contact, spins one car, all the other cars here braking. It looks like there could have been another bit of contact between Delaney as well.
I think the rest of it was
just trying to avoid.
Spots.
Yep.
The rest of it was brown spots, just people thinking up. How are the boys at the front doing, mate? We haven't seen them for a while.
Coleman is cruising along at the moment with a 0.6 of a gap back to De Bono. And it actually sounded like a bigger gap, but it's not much time. And then Troy Dooley not far behind them as well.
Well done to Dooley, man. It's an epic drive from him. So far, my drivers of the day is Coleman and Coleman. Actually, the top 3 have been really impressive tonight in both heats. Coleman, De Bono and Dooley. Burgess is trying to get on the back. I think looks like Dooley's rear end was sliding a bit then. Maybe he's put a lot of work for those tyres. We're just up to the halfway mark of the second heat.
Patrick Frame here on the back of Scott Gamble. Patrick Frame is our biggest mover at this point, up 11 spots for Valkyrie Esports. Great drive from him. Big 3-way battle here for Blake Warboys, Aaron Schotter and Michael Angus.
I just see Douglas just popping out from behind. Did he make the stick? No, he's gone out wide. He's
blinking. Yep, he keeps disappearing off my timing table, and now my camera's gone crazy. Miller going around his teammate here. Getting around Jerry Sanfuentes. I wonder if there was a bit of team chat there to say, hey mate, oh no, and then he's had to lock it up.
That's Jones and Miller, yeah?
It is, yeah, sorry, it is.
Yeah, not teammates, they're mortal enemies.
Yeah, mortal enemies, sorry, I just saw the W on the side. But Jerry Sanfuentes was right just there with them. Wait, hang on.
He must have spun.
He has. He's had an off track. Yep.
Yeah, 5 seconds behind him.
That's where I was confused. But yeah, Matty Jones.
777 just got a black and white flag. Travis Daly.
We'll explain the black and white flag to the viewers.
Black and white flag is a warning for something. I don't know what they're giving him warning for. Whether it was weaving or I'm not sure.
Well, iRacing also throws those flags. It could be incident points as well. You might get that black flag.
Yeah, but this one was issued by race control.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Here we see Angus on the back here of Plasbomb while his Blake Warboy scooches through. Angus is going to have a shoot down the side as well. Gets Plasbomb a little bit unsettled. I don't think he was expecting 2 cars to bump through on him then to jump a little bit further forwards. Gamble and Alexander Ganotis are in it as well. Gamble will get the move done through the left-hand side. He is desperately trying to get positions back. He is back up into P10. Burgess has also just made a move around Dooley. It all happens at the one time here. Ricey's dropped into the chat and said, happy Sunday, boys, and thanks so much for the entertainment, mate. The entertainment tonight, mate. Thank the drivers out on track. They are the ones. Oh, contact between Newmans and Benjamin Brook.
Clarification on the black and white flag. That was to, who did I say before? Where's his number? 777, Travis Daly, for moving under brakes.
Gosh, that's dangerous to do in a V8 supercar.
Yeah, it's not fun. Bit of extra love there too, just then. The boys are getting a bit impatient, trying to make their own gaps by the look of it. That was
Hayden on the back on Benjamin Brook. Benjamin Brook just did slide off track, so it's probably not what he wants now. The pressure from Ed Hayden and Sam Noble, both extremely quick drivers that have just had unfortunate spins this evening. Sam Noble down 14 spots, which is really unfortunate for the 9.5 driver.
Yeah, we'll have to speak to one of the boys when they come through and just see what the tyres were like around lap 9. I think that's where they started to get a bit sloppy the other night.
Hang on.
DeBono.
Where's Coleman?
Coleman's dropped down 3 places. I just saw that happen. My timing tower just went nuts.
No, he's still falling. He's still falling.
Yeah.
That has put DeBono in P1, Burgess P2, Troy Dooley P3.
Yeah.
That's an AMS top 1, 2, 3 at this present state until we lock in Pro and AMS.
Yeah. And Burgess is giving DeBono a lot of love for those corners just then. He's got to be a bit careful, he doesn't spin him round. What the hell happened to Coleman? Can we find out?
Yep, we sure can, mate. The magic of my fingers. Oh, he's had a self-slide. He's tried to drift it, tried to catch it as long as he keeps it off the wall, but that's why he dropped so many positions, because, of course, the field is absolutely on top of each other right now.
Yeah, this is the thing with this. When you've got such a big field with such close times on the timing board, one mistake and you are down like crazy. All the way, 8 spots, 10 spots.
And now Coleman, both these guys trying to fight their way back up. Coleman getting a little loose, look like those rear tyres might be a bit worn, getting a bit slidey over the place there.
Yeah.
Has backed right off the accelerator again. As we see Alexander, Coleman has slowed right down. Put Alexander through, moved him up into 10th place, up 6 positions. DeBono and Burgess side by side going at it again. This is going to be an epic race to the finish here with 5 minutes to go in our Heat 2.
Yeah, DeBono won't let this go easy, let me tell you. He'll be itching for this. He's took a couple of seasons off the V8s, and
flashing from Burgess.
Geez, I hate that. I know it's no big deal. It's one of those things people do, but I personally don't like it. It's one of those things. DeBono took a few seasons off from the V8s, and he's come back. He had a not bad race last week, but tonight he's turned it around. He's doing really well.
Oh, Burgess got a really good run out of there, also using the slip cord right up to the back of him. You can see the 2 different lines both of them just took through the first corner there. Yeah. Also got Dooley right on the nose of him as well.
And Matty Jones has caught right up to him as well. So Matty is like 0.6. So Matty, with what do we got? 4 minutes left, 3 laps. Matty could be getting himself on a podium position. It could get him in a really good position.
Oh, DeBono got a little bit loose in front then, as Burgess is right on top of him. This is going to be an interesting fight to the finish. There is battles everywhere. DeBono heavy on the brakes.
Oh, well done. Over under it. Didn't quite work. Oh, still there, both of them. DeBono, can he stay out there? Miles, make sure you give space, mate. And if he can stay out 2x2 here, De Bono will have the outside line on that main corner going up the hill, which is going to give him more pace up the hill. But he's got to hold it. No, he's lost it. Damn.
Great side-by-sides,
Keep
bumping and
fighting.
racing. And look at this, Matty Jones and Troy Dooley are now going to get involved on this battle.
Four of them fighting for it now. Look at that. 2.2, 0.2 between four cars.
Have a look down the field there as well. Angus has just managed to get a move done on Patrick Frame, so that moves Michael Angus up into P13 as they're all over 3 wide. Matty Jones is going to get up the side as well. De Bono's going to go a little bit wide to give some space. Jones into the rear of De Bono's quarter panel.
That's going to be a tough one there, and I couldn't see it properly, but it looked like De Bono just turned a little bit early. I don't think he realised Matty was so far up. Nothing Matty could do there. I hate it when they end up like that.
Troy Dooley now in a provisional P2, but we've got Chris Miller, Funky from the Fishy Motorsports, right on the back of the 333 driver. This is not going to be easy for Dooley to hold Mr. Funky off for the next 2 laps.
Fuentes is up 12 places, Cowan up 11 places.
That teamwork, because they had Daly, Sanfuentes and Cowan all together. Using that team, using that draft, they were able to push through the field pretty quickly. Scotty Gamble now trying to make a move down the inside. Travis Daly, there is a bit of an overlap as Daly tries to stay as wide as possible without going off the track. You can see how tight it gets through these corners for these V8 supercars. 2 wide is pretty crazy. Scotty Gamble back up to P9. The reverse top 10. His teammate Blake Warboys. Yep, right in behind him. Oh, Daly get a little bit squirrely.
That's going to cost him that position. Warboy will get him by the end of that corner. All that pace he had up that hill just gone in the grass there.
This is white flag. Miles Burgess will be leading the field at this moment with quite an actual solid gap. Keeping an eye on that car, 93. Coming around the bottom section of the track right now as we are on board with Warboys. On the back of Daly. Daly actually managed to hold that position from him. Didn't lose it just yet. Warboys is going down the inside. Brakes a little bit later than Daly. Oh, a bit of a bump again. Been some great bumping and rubbing racing action tonight.
Has there ever. Probably the most I've seen in a while. Oh, poor Jace Douglas had internet connections again.
Cowan on the back of De Bono here. Bono needs to stay where he is and still be a good finish for the Heat 2. We are coming towards the finish. Miles Burgess from Crisscross Racing has a dominant lead. Comes round the final corner. Miles Burgess from Crisscross Racing will be your Heat 2 winner. Chris Miller, Funky from Fishy Motorsport will be in P2. And Matt Jones from Performance Sim Racing will take P3 here for your V8 Supercars Pro-Am Series, thanks to simrigs.com. Cowan and De Bono, nope, they have gone across. They have finished as well. Car number 7, and Ty Delaney coming around now to finish his race. Sam Noble, unfortunate, that incident in the beginning really put him down the back of the field. Great to see him get around and finish this race.
Look, it's he's got a drop round. This could be his drop round. He's a very consistent racer at the moment, so good on him. Boys, what a battle, man! Some of the love touches through that race was sensational racing. A lot of space given everywhere. Unfortunate incident with that's Miles' burnouts, I guess. Yep. Unfortunately, the incident there with De Bono and Matty Jones. Unfortunately, De Bono was the one who had suffered through that one. Matty made it through. Jace's internet has dropped out and he's out. He couldn't finish it. Tough break, mate. Wow, I think we've got 10 minutes.
We do, and I just want to do a quick recap. So this is your Heat 1 results of the simrigs.com V8 Supercars Pro-Am series. So Heat 1 tonight, we saw Blake Warboys and his teammate Scott Gamble from WKMP Sim Sports take out P1 and P2. Matty Jones managed to finish in P3. Sam Noble, Michael Angus, Chris Miller-Funky, David Coleman, Troy Dooley, Miles Burgess, there he is in P9 there, and De Bono in P10. So even though De Bono had that little incident, he still finishes up in P6 for the second race. So not bad positionings there. So that is our Heat 1 results. Move over to the consolation race as well. Get that locked in. Miles Burgess from Chris Cross Racing will take out P1. Chris Miller-Funky from Fishy Motorsports P2. And Matty Jones with another P3 finish. So at the moment, Matt Jones, points-wise, is definitely in the better position to be looking at taking out overall round winner. We are going to have a 10-minute warm-up for the boys to get out there and do a little bit more practice, and then we are going to go into our feature 20-minute race tonight. Guys, if you are enjoying these broadcasts, please let us know, and it's really easy and it's free. Hit that like button, share it with some friends and family, whether you do it by sharing it to Facebook or even just word of mouth. We appreciate any sort of movement towards our broadcasts, and of course our drivers appreciate all of you being out here and helping support them tonight.
We've got a pit lane start for Harry Dodds for the feature, or the third heat, and we've also got Mr. Miles Burgess waiting for us in the lounge.
Drag him in, mate. Drag him in.
No, that's not Miles Burgess. That's someone in the lounge, sorry.
Oh.
Miles Burgess should be in the green room, but he is not. Calling on cars, Miles Burgess to the green room. That might not work, but we'll give it a crack. Mate, that was some great fighting right through. I'd be interested to see what some of those decisions were. I think Greg Barber's just yelled out to Miles for us. He's obviously listening to us. Thank you, Greggy. I think it was called a racing incident. The incident between Matty Jones and De Bono. I'm not 100% sure, but it sounded like it from what I heard on the comms. But apart from that, epic battles everywhere. I don't think I could pick a favourite battle. I mean, movers and shakers. Some guys that really made some great progress through the field, like Coleman and Dooley. Zach's had a bit of a, on the screen now, Zach's had a bit of a up and down race.
Barb has just said Miles has left the session. That's a really interesting time to be to leave.
I don't think he has,
session.
because I can see his car being selected on screen right now. If he was left the session, he wouldn't be there, would he?
Once they've registered for the session, I can still see who was in the session.
Yeah, he has manually disconnected.
So he can't do the last race. Unfortunate for Miles.
Maybe he's got work or something like that. Yeah, maybe he's got to work. I don't know. He's had to. Yeah, he can't do the last race. Greg's just gone on there. He's obviously got to go get ready for work or something like that, which sucks. Chris Miller is in the room. We can have a chat with Mr. Chris Miller. He was in the top 3, wasn't he? Second? Let's drag Chris in for a chin wag.
Yep.
Mr. Miller.
Oh, hello, gentlemen.
How are you, buddy?
Good. What's happening?
I just saw you sitting there, in the green room. Obviously, you don't need a warm up because you've had a killer race. How did it feel out there, mate? Was it tyres going at about lap 10?
Yeah, it was starting to get a bit slippery. It didn't help. Some slipping and sliding out there as well. But No, I thought I'd jump in the green room because I didn't want you to feel rejected or anything because no one would come and talk to you. Like so.
Well, poor Miles, I think he had to go to work or something because I could see he's manually disconnected. I think Barb said that he can't do the last race. And then you popped in, it was like, da da da.
So yeah, that's what I do. I'll help out.
Yeah. How was the race for you, mate?
No, good. Yeah, there's some people that need to see a rosary after the races, but other than that, no, it's pretty good. It's definitely full on out there. There's cheap stations.
Rosary? When you mean rosary, you mean there was a few Hail Marys thrown in there, was there?
Absolutely.
The heat racing, especially on this track, it's got a few little points where if you can just time your braking right, you can make a really good pass, eh?
Absolutely. Like especially, obviously into turn 1 is a good spot. Turn 4, that's pretty handy. And if you're really keen, you can throw it up into 8. But
that's in the S at the top of the hill coming down. That one. Yeah. It seems to be the slowest corner, and it's hard to get some good speed and rotation through there. Yeah.
Yeah, you got to be right on the money, but it feels like there's a bit of wash there as well from the car in front. So you got to have a lot more skill than I do to do that sort of stuff. So.
Well, mate, you were the leading fish tonight, mate. Coleman did himself a number. He was out there in front on his own. I think he had nearly a second on DeBono when he lost the rear end.
Yeah, no, I'm happy to do a Bradbury whenever I can. I'll take it. That's pretty much the only way I'm going to beat those boys.
Well, I was about to say the same thing. The pretty much the closest way I'm going to get to a podium is at the whole there's a big pile up in corner 1 and I get to waltz through it because I'm last.
Netcode or something, mate. Yeah, perfect. Chops everyone out.
I guess the strategy's not going to change for the third leg. It's just going to be hell for leather.
Yeah, look, mate, I just race clean, so just race clean and have fun. And if I get up the pointy end, great. If I don't, I don't. Whatever.
Did you
have some fun. What's that?
Did you have Scops tonight?
I did. I went Scops 2 tonight, yes.
How did you go?
I was doing all right. I thought I had picked a brilliant strategy from Mike. Mike Whiting said to pit early, so I pitted early and I was looking good. And then one of my fellow vets drivers had a system malfunction. Had a system malfunction, slammed into the back of me. So I was running around with no wing and a broken car. So, it's good. It's good. It's good to race with those boys, mate.
Hang on a minute, mate. Hang on. That's not an excuse for you. We've seen you drive without a wing, haven't we, ShiBBy? Well, there was that famous race where we took you from amateur to pro, where we thought this guy's got some real cojones on him, and drove like a madman. Remember we called it the mullet?
Yeah, Oran Park.
Oran Park, that's it, yeah.
So I've never been back since. I hate it. It's terrible. It's got nightmares.
So your excuse of not having a rear end, mate, I don't buy it, mate. You've got enough skill to do it, mate, without that rear tail.
Mate, those 44-degree temperatures and stuff, mate, they're out of control. That those real top echelon boys do.
Yeah.
Yeah, crazy stuff. But
where was Scops tonight? That was at Belle Isle?
Yeah, Belle Isle. Yeah. Lovely view.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, lots of brick walls, and I tested the airbags out a couple of times. Apparently the Fords don't have them. So.
Well, you'll get to test out the Interlagos next week at Scops as well.
Oh, great.
Because we tactically, where whatever Scops and is it Scops and Vets or just Scops, I can't remember, we do it the week before for this particular series, so the boys can get a bit of a feel for the track and go out there and destroy it.
Oh, look, and that's the thing. Like, it's always good to do those couple of seasons last couple where you've picked tracks and the ashes and stuff. But when you follow along, you're going to get a lot more participation.
It's not sustainable. It's good to give these boys an opportunity to come and race with us and see what SRW is about, and just to show people that it's we're up and coming. I think we're one of the fastest growing leagues in the country. And we try to do our best by our drivers, I guess. We try to do a good show, put on some good racing, and sometimes it hits the wall, but you can't help that.
Well, I get to come and talk to yourself and ShiBBy as well. you know.
Oh, thanks, mate. It's one of the bonuses, mate. You've got 10 seconds to get out there. The warm up is just pulling up, and get yourself focused and put on a show for us, mate. You're waving the fishy flag up there with Coleman. If he can get himself, if he stops slapping himself for his sideways slide, and get in there and hit it hard.
Oh, apparently he's slow, so there we go. Thanks, boys.
All right, mate. Good luck.
See ya.
Take care, buddy.
Right, our grid is up for our feature race here tonight. That was Chris Miller, Mr. Funky from Fishy Motorsports, who did finish in P2. He will be on the grid in P4. Jared Sanfuentes, Performance Sim Racing, P1. Troy Dooley next to him. Matt Jones, Chris Miller, Funky. 30 seconds to go. Miles Burgess, Dylan DeBono, Andrew Cowan, Scott Gamble, Blake Warboys, Travis Daly. Everybody else lines up where they were on the finish. We need to get to the start of the race. We are on board with Troy Dooley, the 333 car.
It's
right
a top
next
5
to him.
inverted.
Yeah, it's a top 5 inverted. Ray Douglas has chimed in. Love your commentary, guys. Very professional. Have a laugh now and then. Good on you. Thanks, Ray. Thanks for joining us, mate. We appreciate it. The cars are revving up. Lights are go. Cars are away. What a great start from everybody so far.
Someone bogged down by the back there. 2 wide, 3 wide. Oh, someone's lost it. He's looks like everyone's clean, but it's...
No, cars are around. It's become a pinball field. That is Coleman, I believe. It is Coleman there.
I don't know. I lost SDK for them, so I was driving blind.
That was Coleman. I know the numbers on their cars.
Well done. So Fuentes is taken out a fair bit. Miller following him.
Oh, DeBono and Dooley. Oh, yeah. DeBono's hit that wall really hard.
Really hard. I reckon that's him done tonight. He's going to be pissed.
Luckily, these V8s.
Troy and Kim, I don't know if it was just timing or what it was, but anyway. Let's get out there front. Gamble, Cowan, Gamble. Oh, this SDK is giving me the shits tonight. It keeps on dropping out and coming back, and the order keeps changing on me. All right, let's get into this race. Fuentes, Miller, Jones, Gamble. That's it.
Right, interval up. Yeah, Fuentes out. Good start.
Cameron's got himself up.
Miller in a P2. Matty Jones in P3, where he qualified. And where he's finished the first heat and the consolation race. Scott Gamble and Warboys, though, hot on their tail now as well. Looking for a better finish.
2 wide, Warboys on Cowan, yeah.
That's Michael Angus right in behind them as well.
And viewers, as you can see, the headlights are on. We're at dusk, and it's just going to get slightly darker and darker, and it was fantastic to drive on Tuesday night. I loved it.
Oh, very close between the Fishy Motorsports Performance Sim driver there. It's like they were holding hands through that corner.
3 of our leading teams. The Fishers, Performance, and WKMP.
WKMP are new. They joined end of last season to have a bit of a run, to see what we're all about. Enjoyed it so much they threw 2 drivers into our league this series. Got to talk to them last week, and they said they're having an absolute blast out here on track with all our other drivers. So you see the PSAC car, getting extremely close in front of each other. Might jump on the nose of Miller. There's a bit of movement in the background. Andrew Cowan has gone off track, falling through the field, down to 11th now. Not sure what's happened there. We'll try and get a replay, but at the moment we have a 5-way battle for P1 here.
Yeah, Cowan just had a tip out to race control for someone to have a look at the incident. Biggest movers so far, Delaney and Noble up 10 places. Really well done. Don's had a pit lane start. He's moved up 14 places.
Matty Jones has just slipped himself in front of San Fuentes, and Miller just snuck his nose in and he's gone. He's already putting the power down. It's pushed out a second. San Fuentes playing the wall at the moment, blocking off the Fishy and the WKP Motorsports drivers to keep them away from his teammate Matt Jones. See how well of a wall he can be. It's not that great when they go 3 wide and 3 people are actually going to get around him.
No one's giving anything, are they? They're all just fighting for every bit of every bit of the road they can.
Oh, Funky on the brakes there. Got a bit squirrely. Scott Gamble did manage to gain the most out of that by getting up from 4th. San Fuentes has now lost another spot to Michael Angus.
That was some epic fighting, mate. That was total respect for everyone out in that road. Everyone giving each other space. That was sensational.
Solid driving, the lights on now as the sun sets, looking absolutely phenomenal. Rest of the fields have sort of gapped out a little bit as Matt Jones keeps gapping it out, pushing it out to 1.2 seconds. As we drop back, we see Wallboys get the nose out. Makes the move down the inside of Funky around turn 1. High speed corner there. What a great move. Funky will be right on the back of him.
Funky just needs to stay on the back of him and just follow his drag as much as he can. Jones has got himself a second. Gamble is putting some pressure on. Gamble's going to fight it out. He's got 15 minutes to do it. Lap times are nowhere near their quality times. Obviously, it's later in the evening tonight, and it's probably getting colder as the track's evolving because it's later in the evening. 1:33.6 was Matty Jones's last lap, which was his fastest lap of the night.
Quite the rain up 10 spots. I'm going to jump back to this young driver again. Jason Douglas up 16 spots. Has been all over the broadcast tonight with some absolutely great battles. It shows how much these AM drivers are really learning being out here in the Pro-Am Mix Series, as well as they get to race the Tuesday night as a practice if they choose.
That's the pro, man. Jace Douglas moved up from Tuesday night racing last season to the Pro-Ams, to the pros.
Jace,
so,
did he?
Yep. He was just way too fast for the Tuesday night group, and he went up to the pros. Do you remember?
No.
Yeah. So Jason's actually a pro driver, but he's one of the younger ones. He's not the one. He wasn't one of the fastest pro drivers in there, but he was. He had a reasonable season last season, but he's showing some really good pace this season, and I like it. I'm liking his style tonight. He's up 16 places. Ty Delaney is up 11 places. Newlands is up 13 places. I think Dodd's got himself involved in another incident, if I might be right or wrong. He's in 14th, but I did hear Race Control say something about his 777 number.
It's not that I can see. I could not remember Douglas being moved into pros. I had to go back and have a look on standings to re-jog my memory.
It's all good, man. Matty and Gamble are still right up there. Warboys is right behind him. They've taken 2.4 seconds off on Miller. Miller's got the pressure of Angus on the back of him. Got it here. Race control. 991. Yeah, it was racing into it, I think. But the pace is everywhere. There's fights like crazy again. This track is great. These drivers are doing a fantastic job. Billy's having a bit of a day tonight, unfortunately.
Wow. Was that
I know, I can't
team
see his
orders
puppet.
there? That
I
was
don't know.
Michael Angus getting around his teammate Funky. I wonder if that was team orders. I wonder if Angus has just got a little bit more pace in him, and Funky said, "Look, just go for it. I'll help push you."
Yeah, not sure. Maybe they're working on it together. There's still a fair bit to go. We're a minute out of halfway mark.
It's just got around Ed Hayden.
Tell you what, Tyson's been doing some hell of recruitment out there. He's got a pretty wicked set of drivers on in our series at the moment. While we forget, while things have settled down at the halfway mark is usually where things settle down a little bit. I'd just like to remind people out there, there's a lot of people watching. Like and subscribe if you can, please, because you get to put your hat in the ring for a win of a racecraft rig and seat to the value of $1,800, and also it helps us out as a community broadcaster. Gets us up to over 1,000, where we might start getting a bit of the YouTube algorithm supporting us a bit more and getting us out there.
Rod's getting another position around Aaron Schotter. He's now up 13 positions.
Yeah. Well, pit lane start for his earlier incident. Look, Dodds really should be up in the top 7 with his pace. That's where I probably rate him with the drivers that are out there at the moment. The top 3, those top 3 boys, they're a league of their own. Look at them, they're 4.7 seconds ahead. Oh, bit too much curve. He's lost a lot of traction there. Shane's got a Cowie all over the back of him. I reckon Cowie's got him easily.
And possibly Dodds as well going to squeeze through. Shane Newman's still up 11 positions. Dodds now up 14
he's going to use another one. He's really lost confidence there, Shane.
Maybe still getting used to driving with this. Oh, Schotter with a bit of a... What happened there? I think the grip caught him off. I just saw his hands through the cockpit snap to try and save that car. But we're going to get back up to the front because Warboys is now on the back of Matt Jones. We have gone full reverse back to Heat 1.
Hang on, how did Gamble get in front of Jones? What's going on? Jones has lost 3 places. He was like a second up at one point. STK's playing up a little bit tonight too. But the pace on these boys is absolutely ridiculous. 33, Scotty Gamble's got 133.1's his best. They're pulling 133.1's, these 3 guys. All right on the pace of each other. I think 3rd place might give Matty Jones the round win.
Overall round win, yeah.
Yeah.
It will.
He doesn't need to finish in the top 3. He just needs to finish clean and finish in the top 3.
So this is
what happened here?
Replay. Oh, so Gamble's just gone around. Matty had to get on the brakes, so Gamble's sort of come in as a blocker. Sort of slowed Matty down. That's put Warboys right on the back of him.
Yeah, but Matty went wide in the previous corner. I don't know what happened there. That wasn't, maybe it is around lap 9, so he's losing the rear tyres start going. Yeah, lap 8, 9 is when the tyres started to go.
Now these boys are going to do the same thing they did in Heat 1, and they're just going to push each other. This is an exact replica of what happened in Heat 1.
Also what happened at Belle Isle as well.
Jason Douglas up 17 spots. This driver, he is just absolutely driving the pants off this car tonight.
He's doing really well, but he's also up there against Delaney, who's up 11 places at the moment. So Delaney's not going to be a pushover either. I'm not sure if Dan's there beside him tonight. Haven't seen the boys on on YouTube. They usually pop in a few comments here and there. Some good these cars look in the dusk.
Oh, the
I thought
night.
it was going to be.
Yeah,
I thought it was going to look a bit crap on broadcast, but it actually looks really good. I hope your viewers are enjoying it. Do they look good?
That's what I said in Discord. And Fritzy was talking about running the 86s into a staggered session in tonight. And I had to say, no, it's good as we see Harry Dodds battling Shane Newlands again. No, sorry, Ed Hayden. Dodds will get around him, take up another position. Yes, nighttime looks phenomenal in iRacing.
Yeah. Harry Dodds, former teammate, former driver for Precision. Performance Motorsports, I should say.
And the Fritz for Whiskey Road Racing here, battling it out with Benjamin Brook from Aussie Sim Geek.
So Daniel Schultz is put his toes in the water for the V8s. He's actually more of a GT and TCR GR86 sort of type driver. He does a lot of UK driving. So he gets up 4 in the morning and races GT and TCR sort of stuff in the UK.
Douglas and Delaney side by side through turn 1, now down into turn 2. Delaney did well to hold his line and the speed through there. Definitely got a better run than Douglas. Douglas will have the draft effect though. Will put his nose out. Come down both heavy on the brakes to get the cars turned in. Roll off the accelerator, keep it straight. Get back on the power. Douglas is creeping ever so closer.
Yeah, that last corner, Ty just took it a bit wide. That's a lot better now. He's getting a bit tighter for his apexes. This is a killer corner. And then you'll get this one at the top of the hill that turns right. So these are the center S's. So this corner here is a very slow right-hand corner. And if you're not on the motor, you can spin it real easy here. He's broken away a little bit, and then this is a key as well for the straight. Getting a good exit out of this corner here is critical, because if you don't get a good exit, you're going to get past the top of the hill. Some guys hug the curb really tight on the apex there on the left-hand side, and others go out that a little bit wider. But pretty much everyone goes through the pit entrance.
Could be where we see the move from Douglas. Will use the draft, gets up the inside, not going to be close enough. Delaney takes the same line he did last time, and that kept him in front for that whole lap.
Well done by both these drivers, really good driving. 2 of the youngest drivers on the grid, I think, at the moment. So I think young Douglas is 21. And we all know that Ty's 14, but they're 2 of the youngest boys on grid. Matty Jones is just sitting in the pocket behind these 2 boys.
Probably knows by the points that there's a chance that if he just holds P3 that he is going to be the overall round winner.
Yeah, and that's all he really needs. It's all about the points game at the end of the day. You don't need to risk a position by doing something silly, and then all of a sudden you've lost that stranglehold for round points, because I think it's going to be a very tight season this season. No one's going to run away with it. We've had different wins. We're going to have different winners every week.
Getting different winners each heat.
Yeah, and yeah, exactly. And people, make sure you spread the word. Top 10 shootout next week. So that's our first of our 5 top 10 shootouts through this season, and it's going to be an epic battle. Don't ask me where it is, because I can't remember it this very second, but I want to look it up for you.
Next week we are at Barcelona, Catalunya Historic.
Barcelona. That's going to be a fun track.
Sure is, as we see the 333 car of Troy Dooley on the back of the 777 car, Travis Daly. Michael Payne and Jason Douglas extremely close to each other as well. A lot of the field is actually so interesting how the races can change so much. Same track, same format, but instead of everyone being on top of each other this time, they're quite spread out. couple of battles here and there, but not like it was the first race.
Am I seeing things?
I don't know. What are you seeing, mate? What are you seeing?
Oh no, it's this damn SDK doing tricks on me again. Harry Dodds is doing really good. He's got himself 14 places.
I'm going to get a quick replay here because Matty Jones has actually snuck up into P2. Oh, his Warboy's blinked or something. He's just disappeared off track. He must have. He must have had a blink, but we are on white flag right now. Much quieter race this time compared to the first two heats. Ty Delaney and Jason Douglas still battling it out for you for P6 and P7. Jace, you've got one more lap to make it stick, mate. Get around, and Ty, you got to block like you've never blocked before. Keep an eye on the car 543 coming up through the bottom section, going towards the center S's now. We'll stay on board with this battle because I just can't get enough of these two driving. We'll jump back quickly actually as two ex-teammates take on each other. Harry Dodds and Andrew Cowan. Bit of a gridlock battle here.
Jones has done well to get himself into
P2, yeah, that's going to solidify the overall round win right there.
100%.
Harry Dodds and Cowan still going at it. Douglas and Delaney as well. Looks like much is going to be happening though. Delaney is doing a phenomenal job of keeping Douglas from getting off him. But as we jump to the leader, Scott Gamble, the WK and P Sim Sports will take out your feature race tonight with Matty Jones from Performance Sim Racing in P2 and Blake Warboys with another phenomenal drive up in P3 for WK and P Sim Sports. Michael Angus.
And I hope these boys remember to pull up at the start-finish line.
Yeah, we did say that to them last week. They're like, oh, yeah, we're so sorry, guys. It's like, it's all right. It's to show off your sponsors.
Might get RC just to remind them because they weren't aware of it last week and they just went straight to pits.
Yeah, pull up on the line, guys, so we can get a great shot of all your cars sitting there. Show off your sponsors.
Wow, I'm actually a sore throat, man. From all that.
I'm actually glad that this third race was a little bit quieter than the first two, to be honest. So
yeah.
But yes, this is how Ryan and I felt with the GR86s on Thursday night. By the time the Super Sprint was over, especially being at Mount Panorama, and just how the battles, and I'm going to say it again, guys, if you have not watched that GR86 broadcast at Bathurst for the Super Sprint Series, go and check it out, please. It was phenomenal driving. Battles from start to finish, across the whole field, across the mountain. It was amazing.
And the Bingles were good too.
Oh, yes. Well, we got a little bit of time here. I just want to, of course, shout out simrigs.com for coming on board with our V8 Supercars AM and ProAm series. Use code SRW5 to get another discount off your purchases at checkout. Thanks to Warren and Brown, our round sponsors this evening. Of course, the safety car, which we didn't see tonight, thanks to Promo Department. Our qualifying fastest lap and pole position was brought to you by Racecraft. Can't forget our stream sponsors, Grim Industries, home of the V8 Supercars, temptingsweets.com.au. Use code SRW10 for a sweet deal on some sweet treats. And of course, Rare Spares and Shannon's Insurance. Huge shout out to all our sponsors and of course all of you who joined us tonight for this phenomenal broadcast. There is your podium finishes. Can I get a better camera? Hello?
I'm about to say, can you get a camera angle where we can see them a bit better? Because at the moment, all we're promoting is Bella Lights.
Someone get a spotlight on him. Can we get a spotlight on him, please, guys? There's Scotty Gamble, P1. Matty Jones, P2. Blake Warboys in P3.
There's Matty Jones. He's putting the lights on the situation for us so we can see each other.
He has. He's flipped it. Keep the lights on, Matty.
Nice burn out there by Warboys.
Mate, they haven't seen anything. I gotta get out there and show them how to do burnouts. I learned the legacy Ferraris don't do very good burnouts.
They don't really steer well when you're on the roof either.
No, that doesn't help.
So those of you who watch the V8 Supercars, on a Monday night we've got the multi-class, which is pretty much GT3 and the LMDHs. A lot of fun, a few spots available in there. Get down and register and join it. It's free. It's a lot of fun on a Monday night. Then we have Tuesday night our AMs, which is fully booked and fully loaded. Wednesday night, we've got our Formula 3s, fully booked, fully loaded. Some of the fastest guys in the country racing there. It's ridiculous, the pace of these guys. You think these guys are fast, the guys in the Formula 3s are just as fast and just as crazy. Then on a Thursday night, we've got our AMs, our Shannon's Toyota GR86 series. And that is a lot of fun. There's about 25 cars in that, so we've got space left in there. After that, we run roulette racing. So roulette racing is we spin the roulette wheel on a Wednesday night, and you get to pick a car out of a list of 10 cars we've got. Don't get a chance to practice the next night. You've got to get out on grid and do the best you can in the cars that we've got. So far, we've had the Legacy V8s and the Legacy Ferrari, both a lot of fun to drive. We don't know what we're driving next week, but we'll can't wait to see what gets pulled out of the hat.
Find out on Wednesday night's broadcast where they flip that wheel.
Yeah,
Find out what the car is next. I better be the Radical. I want to drive the Radical.
You're itching for that Radical, huh?
Oh, mate,
well, we've got the boys in the room waiting. Do you want to get Blake in there? He was third.
Yeah, P3.
I'll drag him up. Mr. Blake Warboys.
How are we, guys?
Blake, I've got to ask, Warboys nickname or real surname?
Oh, I've got multiple. There's Warchild, there's Warbies, Balake, just whatever takes your fancy, really.
So what is your actual surname?
Warboys.
Warboys, all right, cool. What nationality is that? Is that German or something?
From far as we know, it's English. But yeah, we've never really looked into it.
All right, cool. Mate, epic battle again, up the front, a lot of fun to watch. You're finding your groove now, and you're getting to know the boys out on track that are around you.
Yeah, the guys definitely race hard but fair. Still a few names, just getting used to, but have raced a lot, like the Fishy Boys, for instance, and I've raced Matty a few times, so learning what people sort of do and that. But yeah, it's good fun.
It's good. It's. I think tonight's. I don't know. We don't know who's won the round. I think at this moment we think it's Matty Jones because he's pretty much podiumed all three. But tell you what, some of the passes, some of the running. How'd you like the nighttime racing in the end?
Yeah, that was good fun. As it gradually getting darker, it's cool. Don't get to do much of that unless we go to say the Rovals. But yeah, racing in the night's good fun. Always enjoy that.
Yeah. Well, it looks like you stuck out of trouble for most of the heats. You had did you get involved in that little spin in turn one?
Yeah, just sort of checking up behind them and then just got a little tap, got stuck on the inside and just had to wait for the whole field. So had to come back from last in that second one. But yeah, good fun driving back through and seeing what the guys racecraft are like. But yeah, everyone was really good.
Oh, excellent, mate. Well, next week's Barcelona. What do you think of that track?
Yeah, it should be good fun. Should be good fun. Don't mind it.
Now, next week is a top 10 shootout.
Yeah, that'll be good. That'll be good fun.
You haven't done that yet, have you?
I've done.
Did you get a chance?
With you guys.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think you got a chance to do it at the end of the season last season.
No. last week was the first round with you guys. So doing a top 10, I've done a shootout style format, but I don't think I've actually done a top 10 shootout before. So if we make it, that'll be good fun.
Yeah, well, it's going to be a little bit of nerves. It's always good fun to watch people go do their first one. So I'm looking forward to seeing how you throw it around Barcelona for the top 10 shootout. That's if you make it in the top 10, mate. But yeah, I expect you to.
Yeah, we'll see how we go. I expect a few more of the fishy boys to be back for next round. Fingers crossed we'll have some good fun and make that top 10 and have a blast.
Hang on, a few more of them. There wasn't enough out there on the track for you?
No, I'm used to racing like 10 of them, so only having 3, I think it was he like, oh, it's only a small school? Sort of get used to having a massive school of fish out there.
Yeah, well, we're missing the top 3 fish. Whiting, big fish, Whiting, Blake, and
Dyke.
Mr. Dyke. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're really a pike fish, a whiting fish, and I don't know what we're going to call Delaney.
He's the model fish.
The model fish, that's it.
Yeah.
Listen, mate, we've got a few more boys to talk to. Who you got to thank out there that supports you and supports the team?
To the team, WKMP Sim Sports, awesome guys. Wodonga Carts and Parts, Super Cheap Auto, Rebel Sports, BCF, MacPack, All Guys Adelaide, Barella Cabinets, Bay 21 Coffee Beans, LGC Images, and Dave 37 Racing for all their support.
Excellent, mate. Well, thanks for the performance tonight and putting on the show, and good luck next week.
Yeah, cheers guys. Thank you.
Alrighty, so we've got Matty Jones was in second place, yeah?
He was, yes.
He was? Good. I was just checking that my brain wasn't fading on me. I'll drag Mr. Jones in. Matty, how you doing, buddy?
I'm good. How you going?
Good, mate. Good. Sorry we kept you waiting there. We've got a bit chinwag going on. New team this week?
Yeah.
New old team.
I should say new team. You've gone
New
back.
old team, yeah.
It's like, new old team. You've gone back to the ex-wife.
That's right.
Sometimes.
Better the devil you know sometimes.
So he took the words right out of my mouth, mate. Better the devil you know, the devil you don't. Well, the boys are all pretty good boys there. Tyson's a bit of a handful sometimes, a bit of a rodent sometimes, but, he's all right. He's a bit of an all right bloke. I know he's listening, so I'll give it to him while he's on the thing, while he can't reply. How was your night, mate?
Oh, mate, eventful. The second race was the first race was kind of boring. I kind of just started in third and couldn't really make any headway on Scott and Blake. But yeah, I think the order of the day was just keeping my nose out of trouble. There's a few incidents in race 2, sort of we had to fight a little bit there, and a bit of a late one sort of might have jeopardised the opportunity to win the round, but we got there in the end.
Yeah. And you were doing pretty well at one stage in the final heat. You had about 1.5 seconds at one point. The boys just ran you down, or did Tyson?
Yeah. Oh yeah, a bit of both. Blake and Scott are just that next level. They're super quick. So I'd sort of asked the boys to hold them up as long as they could, but I knew inevitably they were gonna hunt me down. So we did the maths at the end of race 2, and I only needed to finish 4th. So I just made sure to keep my nose out of trouble and finish where I needed to, and got the job done.
Pretty much what we thought in the comms box as well. We sort of, me and Nave sort of thought, he's just going to stay clean here. 3rd place will give him the round points, and it's going to be a long season with a lot of different winners. So any round points you can get is a good round.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Well, mate, who do you want to thank and who supports you? Do you know them now? Or have you got a list sitting there in front of you?
Yeah, I've got a list. So we've got Performance Sim Racing, Too Easy Finance, West End Motor Group, Cowie Solo Acoustic Rock, West End Mazda, Track Racer, Parramatta Isuzu Ute, and the Talk to Me Bro Men's Mental Health Initiative.
Excellent, mate. Well, always a pleasure watching you. Next week's Barcelona. How do you handle that track?
I don't know if I've ever raced a supercar there, so I better put my head down and do a little bit of practice.
Oh yeah, cool. And I think Wednesday night we're at Bathurst.
Is it?
No, did we do Bathurst Wednesday night last week?
No, for Formula 3,
Yep.
Tungaring.
Tungaring. Yep. How are you going to find that? I know you're fast on every bloody track in that car.
Yeah, I like the track, but yeah, once again, there's a lot of talent in that field now, so you really got to turn up to get it done. So we'll see how we go.
All right, excellent, mate. Good to see you fighting, battling in a couple of different of our series, mate. And good luck next week.
Awesome, mate. Thanks very much.
All right, so we've got our winner of the final heat coming through the room, Mr. Scotty Gamble. How are you, buddy?
Yeah, good, Steve. Yourself?
Yeah, not too bad. Sorry, mate. I started keeping you waiting. We love to talk in here. I was just hoping you weren't going to fall asleep on us.
No, I wasn't. I was fine. I was having a good chat with Blake, and yeah.
How was it, mate? How was your night? How did you feel?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. You know, we got on an hour before, and we sort of worked on a little bit of a set, and just to balance it a little bit, suit the conditions, and yeah, we were surprised that we had pretty good pace if we worked together. You know, so it was good fun, and Matty, he had incredible pace, so he was always hanging in there. So it was good. It was really good fun.
Well, I did watch. I had the timing tower up for practice session. I was watching you boys fight it out, and it was like you, Blake, and Matty were just swapping the fastest lap for a while there. So as soon as I saw that, I thought, man, this is going to be a good race.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's even if you get that 2-3 tenths through, sector 1 and 2, they always get it back on sector 3 on you. Coming down that straight, and it's the toe's huge. So if you can just hang in there and just wait for a mistake, you're always in with a chance.
And it's one of those tracks where mistakes are a lot more frequent. Some of these corners that are the slow corners are really easy to overturn the car, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. Turn 1, race 2. That was, but I think that was a bit of a shame. That I think it was just the closing speed difference between the car in front, and then he come back, which he's entitled to, come back across the line, and our closing speed was too fast, and we just looked up and tagged him. And my apologies to him and to the field that got tangled up into it, but that's the way it is, that's racing.
Oh, look, mate, that's racing. That's what it's about, yeah. I was saying to Nathan earlier on, I usually take my own teammates out, so it's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
mate,
that's right.
As long as you had fun out there, mate, you put some epic battles on. It was good to watch. And as usual, it seems to be that WKMP guys are getting a lot of screen time up front, and it's good to see you guys battling out, and good to see that it's clean racing, man. That's which is awesome, and it seems to be fair and a lot of space being given everywhere, which we love watching. Let me tell you that people on the stream were really loving it.
Yeah, well, that's good. We aim to put on a show, mate. If you give us a sniff, we're going to have a look. But at the same time, we still want to get through clean, because then you got a sense of satisfaction of making that move, So, or someone defending, and so it's always try to put on a show, mate.
Good stuff, mate. Who do you have to I can't even talk anymore. What is it? It must be under 10. Not even close to 10. Who do you have to thank for your support, mate?
Straight up, I'd like to, thanks. Well done to Matty Jones on the round win. He drove an incredible race, had really good strategy in the way he went about tonight. So well done to him. To Blake, drove really well as well. It's a shame that he got caught up in that incident with me and he got spun there. Otherwise, he was a real chance for tonight. And as far as the sponsors go, a lot of these guys have their own businesses and sponsors. So big shout out to Wodonga Carts and Parts, MacPack Pool Guys in Adelaide, Barella Cabinets, Bay 21 Coffee Beans, LGC Images, and Dave 37 Racing, and of course Warboys Motorsport. And to you guys over at SRW, thank you for hosting the event and also the broadcast. Look forward to watching it back later. And thanks for letting us be a part of it.
Mate, it's an absolute pleasure. Absolute pleasure. I know Nath loves it just as much as I do, don't you, Nath?
Yeah, well, something just clicked as well. Wodonga Karts and Parts, WKMP Sim Sports.
Correct.
Yep. Now we know who it is. What do they do, mate?
Well, they do carts and parts over in Wodonga. Apart from that, I don't really know, mate. I've only been in the team for the start of this season, so I haven't caught up with the guys in person yet. We do have down here in Latrobe Valley in Morwell, Victoria, we do have a really good go-kart centre, and I believe the guys are coming down that way. So the aim will be that I'll go over and catch up with a few of them then, and then we'll see what they're all about, yeah.
Awesome, mate. I love throwing that question out to new drivers on teams as well. Just hit them with a sponsor question. Hey, what's that sponsor do? Really keep you guys on your toes with those sponsors.
Yeah, for that. Yeah, well, I don't know. Like, I haven't met the guys in person. I've known quite a few of them for a long time, but yeah, I haven't met them in person yet. So I'll be looking forward to that. Maybe have a beer with them too.
Yeah, that sounds great. After that broadcast, I think I need a beer to cool off my throat, mate, because that was one heck of a racing. Have you done any super sprint sort of rounds before in the V8s?
Maybe back years and years ago, right, on Forza Motorsport on the Xbox in a league there called Oz FM. Used to do some sprint races, but not on iRacing and not in that type of format. And Blake and myself were talking about it at the start, and he's the same. He's like, yeah, I haven't done this either. So we both really enjoyed it, and it was good fun. Yeah, and it changes it up the way you reverse it with your top 10 and your top 5. So it was, yeah, we enjoyed it. It was really good.
It's nice to change up the standardised formats a bit, mate, and throw something different in there. It is completely new to our V8 Supercars this season, so we're glad to hear that the drivers are enjoying the Super Sprint layout. We know the GR86s are loving the Super Sprint series, so maybe you guys might have to jump over there and have a crack at those as well.
Yeah, maybe one day. We're sort of tied into the V8s at the moment. We've got a couple other series we race with, but yeah, we do these super sprints or something.
Is that all you race, Scotty? Just the V8? Have you dabbled in other cars before?
I have, mate. I used to really love F1. That was one of my things. But on iRacing, I used to do a little bit of GT3 racing as well and some open wheelers. But over the last year or so, since I came back, because I had a couple of years off, I've just been racing the V8s solely, and that's about it.
Yeah. Well, our F3 series is just as competitive as our V8 Supercar ProAm series. The drivers in there are bloody freaky fast. It's I mean, I don't mind sitting down the back with those boys. So it's awesome. I'd love to see you in another car at some stage, mate. You know it's free, so get in there if you can. But listen, mate, it's getting late, and you sound like you're getting tired. I know my voice is just about gone. We already got you to thank your people.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, that's why I asked about his sponsor.
I'm starting to lose my marbles. We'll let you go, mate. See you next week at Barcelona for a top 10 shootout, and have fun, mate. That's the main thing.
Yeah, thank you very much, Steve and Nathan, and yeah, we'll catch you next week. Cheers, guys.
Look forward to commenting on your Facebook post when I see it go up too, mate.
Yeah, well, I'm not really doing much Facebook these days, but yeah, you might see it on WKP, who knows. Cheers, guys.
All right, mate.
Cheers, mate. Have a good one.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that was your Sunday night broadcast here on SRW TV for your simrigs.com V8 Supercars ProAm series. That was a super sprint round. That was a lot of action from start to finish. And by the points invested in me, I do believe Matty Jones is going to take out the round win. But a phenomenal drive from all three drivers, Scott Gamble, Matt Jones and Blake Warboys, to finish top 3 in race 1 and the feature tonight. Great drive from all our drivers out there. Phenomenal race. I look forward to coming and doing this all again on Tuesday with you all. Thank you for everybody for joining us tonight for this broadcast. I hope you have had a great night. If you have, make sure to hit that like button and share us with your friends. Can't forget to shout out our amazing sponsors, of course, simrigs.com, Warren and Brown Tools, Promo Department, Racecraft, Grim Industries, home of the V8 coffee table, temptingsweets.com.au, Rare Spares, and Shannon's Insurance. Also, huge thanks to you, Steve, for joining me in the combox again this fine Sunday evening, and definitely look forward to doing this all again with you next week.
It's always a pleasure, mate. Always a lot of fun. And yeah, as you've said, thank you to everyone out there. It's been an absolute ripper.
An absolute ripper. And guys, this is the end of the broadcast, and we're going to finish it by saying stay safe and race hard.